Hey guys, how's it going? We got another installment to our War Counters video. I have to do this one, and just like I have to use Infinity Watch later, just because they're obviously highlights of our War offense roster. So we're going to be attacking Heroes for Hire, and we're going to be going at them with the WeaponX. Now there are a couple things that can go wrong. We'll talk about ways to overset those possibilities. But first, let me hide, and then we'll get into it. So we got our Heroes for Hire at the top, and our best counter is going to be WeaponX. I think this is the most useful team you can counter with your WeaponX team. There is the mirror match, however, I'm not seeing that very much at this high level. Let me know if you guys are seeing it where you're at. We'll start with Omega Red. And again, these T4s, they're only the essential T4s I find. All the T4s on this team a case can be made for them besides maybe Saber Tooth passive. So let's start with Omega Red. We got the ultimate, we need to flip all buffs, and we need that passive to stop us from dying. I like him as a striker because I use him to moonlight in the Doom Raid to one-shot that mutant boss. However, Skirmisher is going to be the better ISO choice specifically for this matchup. So if you're really only building your WeaponX to make sure you always beat the Heroes for Hire team, go ahead and slap Skirmisher on him. Next, we got Lady Deathstrike. I really like her ultimate for the extra rebound, and you need her passive. I'm going to give her a lot of survivability with those death proofs and dodges. Again, I use her as a raider. Well, actually, I use her as a striker, but I wish I had her as a raider for the Doom Raid and 2.3 tech section. However, for this matchup in particular, Skirmisher pulls out ahead, making sure you're stripping that loot cage and getting to the targets you actually want to attack. Next, we got Wolverine. I really like that special for the extra bouncing. And you also need that passive for the same reason as Lady Deathstrike. We need him to survive. You're going to see in the footage he gets pretty low. Without death proofs, he would have died, and we would have had offense down spread to our entire team, which is no good. I personally like him as a striker because his ISO attack is going to give him speed up. However, Raider would be pretty good on him too. I just prefer striker. Next, we got Saber Tooth. You just want the special and the ultimate done. It's a buttload of damage, and the ultimate cannot be blocked, which is a good use. You want to use that to open up. And I'm actually going to make a mistake on the footage I'm going to show you, and I use a special, which is kind of a bonehead play. And I like him as a raider, primarily because his ultimate cannot be blocked, so you're going to get lots of vulnerables, even with a boosted team. Last but not least, we got Silver Samurai. I want everything but the ultimate done. I've never had the ultimate pay off in the sense that I get to kill someone on the first turn. That might be a product of just the type of Heroes for Hire I end up going up against. Let me know if you have in the comments, and maybe I can revise that suggestion, but typically I'm opening up with a special to get defense up on more of my team members. And you really want him as a skirmisher because of his assist mechanic. So for kill order, you kind of want to kill Chi and Colleen first. However, just the way that the bleeds and the rebounds and the trauma is going to work is you're basically just going to kill whatever targets are available to you. But if you have the option, go ahead and smack down Chi or Colleen first. Now, important notes. You got to know the dangers of the rooms. Reactor means Omega Red's not going to spread speed up. Lady Deathstrike's not going to get offense up, so Iron Fist is probably going to target somebody else. And that could cause somebody to get piled up on and taken out, and then you get the offense down, and then you could be dead in the water, even though this is a hard counter team. So be careful with that. And if Cargo Bay is up, Missy's more likely to resist Omega Red. So the trifecta of attacking in a reactor, which is affected by security while Cargo Bay is up, makes this a much more difficult match. So, know your team. Who's Misty going to target? Omega Red, Silver Samurai, and Saber Tooth all have the same health stat when all else is equal. Misty's going to ability block the target with the highest health stat. If you can manipulate it so that Omega Red is not that person, that's best. However, if you can't avoid that because maybe you're bringing Omega Red into Dark Dimension 5 like I am, we need to make sure we get an ability block on the Misty. So, with that said, I actually suggest ability blocking Misty regardless. I'd rather Shang-Chi hit into defense up on the first turn, especially if we can get an early offense down on him. I don't mind him ulting then. What I don't want is him to ult the second turn, where he might have offense up. I've had a even-powered Shang-Chi to my Omega Red, one-shot my Omega Red. So, yeah, I'd rather ability block the Misty to avoid not being able to flip all those buffs before Shang-Chi gets his second turn. Finally, we're going to chain off the Shang-Chi, and if Luke Cage is beside Chi, we're going to start the Saber Tooth ult on Cage. And once Omega Red ults, we're going to start picking off the lowest enemies. So I'll pop back up, And then we're going to get into the footage here. Let's get into it. And like I said, I do make a mistake with the Saber Tooth ability. So we're looking at about 107k punch up. This is against Baby Yoda in a live war. All buff rooms are down. However, you'll see that's still 190k Chi, 190k Misty. So these characters are stacked. You'll see right away, I don't like the way this position. That is a 7 red star Misty. So the chances she resists my Striker Omega Red's ability block it's not terrible. So it's pretty worrisome. So let's see how that goes. It cannot be deflected, which is great. Rather, it cannot be blocked. So there you go. It landed. And as you see, we now have offense down on both Colleen and on Iron Fist. And that's why I don't like that positioning. If it's me, I have my Misty in the corner, and I have Luke Cage beside her so that nobody important is getting that offense down. But I digress. Let's keep going. You see, Wolverine got beat up hard. And that's why we really want that passive on him. I'm going to try and special here. However, I'm not actually sure if Saber Tooth's... I believe Saber Tooth's special can be resisted. So that was a bad call. We should have ulted off the Shang-Chi. Not sure why I flipped the script there. But as you see, my Striker Wolverine does get his speed up from the ISO attack. And now you'll see, if my Lady Deathstrike was a skirmisher, she gets an assist from Silver Samurai. It's very possible I would have peeled off the taunt from Luke Cage then and been able to get back over to Shang-Chi. And you see here, Shang-Chi just used his ultimate. Not a terrible amount of damage. It would have been a lot worse on turn 2, which is why I don't like ability block Shang-Chi. I always want to ability block Misty. So you see here, even if I wasn't stuck behind this taunt, I'm not confident that Silver Samurai's ultimate would have killed anybody. But here's the death blow. Because Misty didn't put ability block on my Omega Red, we flip everything. And now these guys are just dropping. Looks like Iron Fist already has no charges. Colleen is gone. Misty's down to 1. Luke Cage is down to 1. And because I have a T4 in this ultimate, we get extra bouncing. Iron Fist is gone. We're still stuck behind this Luke Cage, but he's about to be gone too. We're still stuck behind him. He did a good job protecting his team. You've got to remember that Wolverine's ultimate actually eats Death Proof before the damage, so Misty goes ahead and dies. And finally, Shang-Chi, and you see he was 6 red star. So that's how I like to do it. I really like to ability block the Misty, and really all you need to do is make sure, going into the matchup, you are going to land that ability block, whether that be through ISO decisions or waiting out on rooms. Just make sure you're taking care of your business in that regard. So guys, that's a very quick and dirty one. I hope this video didn't bore you too much. I had to include it because we're going to do the whole series, then I'm going to compile them all into one video for a war offense tier list, and hopefully that'll help you guys in your journeys. So if you did like this video, please like and subscribe, and if you didn't, like and subscribe anyway. That'd be pretty dope. Take care, guys. Have fun. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you Monday. Peace.